Okay, today we're going to finish up our cherry blossom project. So to do so, once you find your background, you're going to need a brown piece of paper. We'll need our art bins for a glue stick. And some of us may want to grab a Sharpie for a quick little detail prior to painting those colorful flowers. So to begin, you're going to take your brown paper and you're going to just try to tear a long strip. We're going to tear a few different strips to kind of start. But we'll want to make sure we have a slightly thicker one maybe to begin. So maybe I'll even tear one this way. Okay, now this could be a great start of my trunk. So you want to just make sure that your trunk starts somewhere in your grassy area. But we'll go ahead and put some glue on this part here. I'll glue it down. And then as we start to, oops, sorry, I still had a little bit of wet paint on there. So please just ignore that little smudge. So please just try to look past that. There we go, I kind of wiped away some of it. All right, so anyways, once we continue up with our branches here, we'll just continue to tear off some more pieces. But we want to kind of think of it in terms of like the letter V or maybe even the letter Y. So you'll see here, once I add my next first big long branch, I'll have my letter Y started. And the goal is to kind of have the branches get skinnier as they go upwards. So if I put this branch on here, you can now see I have a big letter Y. And now I'm going to kind of add more branches to these two longer ones to create more like little V sections. So again, I want to try to have these pieces a little bit skinnier. And I can even just put glue right on my paper first if I'd like. Okay, so there's another V. I'll do another one over on this other branch. And you can kind of pick and choose. You can do as many or as few of these as you want. Even the smallest little piece of paper can kind of add a lot. There you go, look at that. Starting to look like a tree. I'll do one more branch right there and then we'll start. So after you've added a few different little V's or Y's to add more branches to your tree trunk there, you may want to grab a Sharpie. Now this is just going to be used to create kind of a bark texture. And to do that, I like to just create lots of kind of wavy, wobbly lines. I may even create a hole in the tree. I could color that in if I wanted. But I'm going to just have some variety of different types of wiggly, squiggly lines. And a little bit goes a long ways. This will just kind of give it a tree texture. All right, now for the fun part. Once you're done with this, then you are going to use some crumpled up tin foil and these paper plates. These paper plates are going to have some magenta and some peach, and it is perfectly fine if they're a little mixed up already. But you're going to use your tin foil to then just kind of glob on a little bit of each color. So I'll dip my tin foil in the magenta, dip it right into the pink. I can even kind of practice sponging it on the plate itself, but I want to try to load up a little bit of both colors on my tin foil. And then I simply just start splotching it all around to create my flowers. And you can see as you start kind of dabbing it, the colors will mix a little bit to create some really nice variety of light and darker pinks, just like those pretty cherry blossom trees or crabapple trees that we see around springtime. But you'll continue to work your way around. Feel free to kind of double dip over a spot too if it gets a little too thick, or if you want to darken some areas, feel free to go back into a spot with some more of the darker pink. But we really want to try to keep a little bit of the variety of the different colors. I think that makes it look a little more natural. The sad thing too is with these pretty trees, eventually all those little flowers start to fall off and will end up on the ground. So feel free to even add a few little splotches down here if you'd like. I feel like that part got a little too bright, so I'm going to dip back into my darker pink and go over it again. But there you go. You are the artist. You can kind of pick and choose how much flowers you want and kind of where they go. Have fun, and let's see what you can do.